All right, we're gonna do a quick little update on how to set up the saw for cutting the bird's mouth. So again, these are, when we were last met, we had one that was cut and we did the measurement, and that's pretty similar to what was going on before, and I'll probably do another one that shows when we get around to marking all those, because they do not have the marks for the bird's mouth cut on them. So both of these saws are set up basically the same. They both have the gauge in the front, so you see that one set to 0 degrees, and we got the other one there set to 0 degrees. They also have, if we look at the sides of each of these, they both are down here. So this is we kind of look at it in this point. We kind of look through the handle, and you can see, where's the best spot to see it? Let's see, where is that? Okay, so on this one up on the top, you can see that there's a mark, and that indicates this is your gauge for depth of cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the saws. I think we're going to take this older one because it's got the weaker battery. The blade is, I have no idea what that blade has been through, but obviously quite a bit. And I'm going to set that one up so when I go through this, it's going to be set right at the about 18.5-ish degrees, so that it'll be set at the right angle and just at the right depth, so I don't have to keep switching the saws back and forth. So if anyone ever asks you why do you need more tools, well, it's not just because you like to collect tools, but when you're doing something like this, man, it sure is nice to have one that you can set up one way and then go zip, zip, zip and get those all done, and then you can turn right around and then grab the other saw, and each one can be set up different ways. So if anyone asks you why you got to have so many tools or so many tractors or so much whatever, sometimes it's really nice to have different pieces of equipment. So we're going to get right to this one. So, and again, this is just the way we're doing it on these DeWalt saws. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. And so here we go. If we can get this set. Oh, that's not going to work too well. So here we go. Better if we do it this way. So I'm just going to take it and wiggle it over, and you can see there we're at about 10 degrees. Now we're at roughly 15-ish, and we're going to bring that so it's right about there is going to be good, and we're going to clamp that guy down, and there we go. All right, so now we've got, when we run it through, you can kind of see how this is going to go. And you can kind of see we got a little bit of problem here because I'm going to run it, actually swing that around as we run it. That's not going to be right either. How are we going to get this angle right? Thinking this through, I think we're just going to have to flip the board over. So this one is actually marked wrong, so, well, not wrong, but what we're going to do is, okay, it's going to go that way, so this is effectively, I'm just going to sketch that out, right? So that would be the same going at that angle, and so coming this way would be the opposite. And is that going to work? Hot diggity dog, that's going to work. So you can kind of see all that angle. Obviously I rough sketched it, so that angle will be set just right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to flip this over again, so I might have to spend a little time remarking all these because we didn't do this the correct way. But I'll take a measurement on this depth, and then I'm going to, on this saw, you basically just, and most saws have some sort of depth on them, and generally you want to have the blade just as deep, just enough to get through it. So I'm going to play with that for a little bit off camera so that the depth of it is, let's see, there we go. That's pretty sketchy the way I'm doing it, but anyway, so I can move that up and down. Yeah, don't touch the blade with the battery in. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And so now you can just kind of see this saw, this older saw with the 18-volt lithium ion is going to be set up to run through that, and I'm going to leave this one here with the bigger battery and the sharper blade that one's going to be set up to make the longer cut, and hopefully this will be a pretty efficient way of doing it.